Hello, Reitanna here. I've overcome the flu. I have a bit of a headache right now, though, because I have not taken any headache medicine, but it's too late to do that. I think it's high time to do my next video request. Yay! Tis some more questions from Demusabi78. If you were to change back time, what year would it be and why? I don't remember what year it was, but I would go back to the year that they were making the movie The Crow. And I would warn them that the bullet they're shooting out of the gun isn't, the right kind of bullet, and that they were going to kill Brandon Lee, and I would save his life. Yes. I couldn't think of anything else. And I want Brandon Lee to be alive because he's hot. Would you change back time to correct any big mistakes and regrets that you have made with friends or whatever? Well, I was gonna say a few things. Mistakes I've made or change back time to go back and not dated certain people, but I believe everything happens for a reason, and if you think about it, if I hadn't done some of the things that I've done in the past or things that have happened to me, then I wouldn't be where I am now, and I wouldn't be as strong as I am now, and I wouldn't know half the people that I know. Yes. However, I would have made it so that I didn't date Matt or Sean, and I also would made it so I didn't go on a hiatus so that the guy I like didn't get chased away. It's not too great. What was your favorite year of all time and why? And would you go back to that same time because you miss it so much and relive it again? Oh, I have to think about it because my life really sucked. Maybe I'd go back to the time when I was little and things weren't as bad and we were living in a really nice big house. And it actually was not that bad at all because Mom wasn't at her peak, of insanity. So maybe I'd go back to that. Yeah, never know. Because I was young and ignorant, I didn't know what was going on. Would you go far back into the time during the Roman Empire time? No, I would not. Because it was boring. That's just my opinion. Would you go back to actually see Jesus himself? If so, what would you say to him? Would you ask him to do any miracles? This is really funny to me. Well, first off, I would not go back to see Jesus. But if I had to, I would, and I'd say, you do something impossible. And if he wasn't able to do it, because I just don't believe that's possible. That's just my opinion. Don't be mad at me. I'd be like, you're a phony. Of course, I wouldn't use the word phony because I hate the word phony after reading Catcher in the Rye. Would you go back to the beginning of time to see how everything was created? Yes, because then I would have proof. But I would probably be dead because I would go back to the time when the Earth was too hot to live on. This next question, mind you, I am going to read it exactly how he typed it. Would you go back and become a fortune teller and make a big profit as you predict the things that would happen in the future? Fortune. I would not do that, because I would be cheating. Because it would seem like that I was telling the future without actually having been. Instead, I would say, hey, guess what? Did I just say been to the future? I meant been to the past. The whole fortune thing threw me off. Anyway, I would say that I actually been to the past and I know what's happening. How could you be a future teller if you went to the past? Oh, would you go back and become a future? This whole thing screwed me up. You know what? I'm starting over. No, I would not, because it's dishonest. Instead, I would just say that I went back and saw stuff, and then make a profit, if they believed me. Which I doubt they would. That was more difficult than it needed to be. And finally, would you go back in time and warn the Americans of 9/11 terrorist attacks? I would try, but come on. You fellow Americans gotta agree with me. You wouldn't believe me. You'd be like, oh, she's crazy. America is so, like, protected right now. I'm like, terrorists wouldn't dare attack us because we're just the best in the world. You know. You would say that. I know you would. And final question, just find it funny because they said that before. Would you like to go to the future and see what your great-great-grandkids look like and how the future would look as well? Well, like any natural human being, of course I would be curious about the future. I'd be curious about what my grandkids look like, what I look like, and what it was like, but, my kitty's out there. But, the future is meant to be a surprise. And it's meant to be a mystery. And if I live long enough to see what my future is like and what my grandkids' future is like, then whoop-de-doo for me! But if I don't, oh well, because I don't need to know. It's not crucial for me. I don't need to worry about the future. I would like to know if I was gonna succeed, but still, it's not very crucial. That's it for the questions. Before we go, I want you to think about a little something. See this rainbow? Filled with 7 beautiful colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. This represents homosexuality in some cases. I mean, you can be straight like rainbows. But if this is homosexuality, then bisexuality must be half a rainbow. Then what does that make bi-curious? An upside-down rainbow. They don't know which way they're going. Now the question remains, what does that make straight people? Dreadful, isn't it? That's it for today's video request. See you, bye-bye!